$293 days since the last defeat. 293 days since the last snap. 293 days of preparation for this one day. The 2026 football season is upon us. It's time for the Miller on Main main event. Kickoff is right around the corner with the Eagles and the Knights. A new coach, a new season, a new conference, and new opponents. You're not going to want to miss a minute on Blue Pride TV. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is finally here. 2026 season is upon us, and we are ready to get things going here at Breeze Mater Dei. Alex Schlemmer along with Jared Germain coming to you live from Breeze in this Week 1 matchup. Jared, off-season's over. It's time for a new season here.
It is time for a new season, Alex. Kicking it off here in Mater Dei, non-conference opponent. I know the Eagles side is getting tired of hitting each other, and they're ready to hit somebody else, so I think they're ready to go tonight.
We got 30 minutes yet until this Aces Wild pregame show is going to be over. Make sure you head up to Aces Wild, located at 208 North Main Street. They should be streaming the game tonight. I think they stream on most games. I don't really know. I'm never there, so hopefully they're streaming. They're supposed to be. So Aces Wild, located at 208 North Main, has a lot of stuff going on, streaming all the games. They have the Rib War coming up in October, so if you're interested in that, make sure you check that out. And it's always great. Aces has been supporting the quarterback club since 2019, I guess it is, whenever they opened up. So appreciate that. Our sponsors that we have, we can't do any of this without them. We've had this year about $8,500 donated. We included the $4,500 just in meals alone that was donated by various businesses, and we'll give them shout-outs throughout the year. So thank you to all of our sponsors and supporters. We appreciate it. And those pregame meals, Jared, I don't know what it was like when you were there, but our moms cooked them. All the players had to pay $10 a week, whatever it was.
That's how it was for me, too.
And so all those businesses now coming and doing it sure makes a difference.
Even back in the day, I remember Miss Lycan's bread. Remember that bread she used to make?
Beer bread?
Best bread ever made right there.
Yeah, that stuff. I think she used to make the coaches each a loaf.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice. This offseason had a lot of things change, and hopefully tonight, this week, and this season we'll be able to show you some of the changes we've made. But this offseason, Jared started himself a new job. He's part of Columbia School District now, working with Mom and Dad. We welcome in Harper Dawn, and we now have a new cameraman and a new computer guy. So this computer guy, if you don't like how it looks and how it works, TJ's showing you what it looks like now. He's got his stuff together, I think. We've got 3 chairs up here tonight. He's sitting on some stool. We're using a tabletop out of our container that we're dragging everything up. I think we're good to go this year, but I think after that picture, did you get a belt yet, TJ?
I have one on right now.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I didn't in the photo, obviously, but I have one on now. Thanks.
All right, well, good. One other thing that we need to mention, all those years we've had the mute button in between Jared and I, and unfortunately that mute button is gone.
TJ's in control now?
TJ has control, and now we have Chris Wetzel up here helping video, so hopefully tonight we'll be able to get you some good shots. We do have a pole right in the middle of the press box we're going around, so hopefully it'll be all right. We were told not to put the camera there because we may not be able to see it, but we were scrambling, so we're in now. So new coach here. We're going to talk a little bit more about him here in a second, but we're going to go to an interview that we had with him last night, and we'll introduce Coach Germain, the 8th coach for CHS football. And Coach G, thanks for joining us here tonight.
Thank you, Alex. Thanks for having me.
It's going to be a new year, new everything. It's been the last 25 years Coach Horner's been at the helm. So for the people that don't know Scott Germain, why don't you introduce yourself as a guy, and then we'll talk to Coach Germain after that.
Well, yes. Thanks again. Scott Germain, been here at Columbia High School for it's going on my 29th year here at Columbia High School. Graduate of Columbia High School, 1991. My kids Callie and Jared both went to school here. Callie was a 2013 graduate. She was a volleyball and basketball player. My son Jared was a 2018 graduate. Played football all 4 years and basketball all 4 years here at Columbia High School, and just excited. We're excited for the season. We've got two grandkids, Kobe and Kit, son-in-law Dylan Pagese. They're big supporters of Columbia High School.
And we're going to talk one more person that you left out right there, Mrs. G, Miss Tara Germain. She's your rock. I feel like too. She's everywhere with you, and she's on your hip most nights.
Yeah, I was saving that for the last little bit here. You know, Tara and we've been together for quite some time, and she allows me to do what I do. It takes a special person to let you coach two sports, and when you're gone for about 9 months out of the year. When our kids were growing up, she was the one who held the fort down, and I was coming and going with coaching and with my family business and everything, but she held everything down, and I couldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for her. So very grateful to have a person like Tara in my life.
And Tara helped make this even possible a little bit too. She had to come in, cover some work so I could get here and do this with you. So you got to give credit where credit's due, and Tara deserves all the credit there for everything she does. Let's talk a little bit Coach Germain now. Like you said, Columbia graduate, played back in the 80s. Where were you graduate of 89?
91.
91. Oh, sorry about that.
Yep.
My bad. A lot of people don't know. We'll go a little bit farther than this. Me and you started kindergarten together. You started as a teacher back in 99. I was in kindergarten. I took the 13-year plan to get out of school. You're on year 25 plus.
28. This is my 28th year teaching here in the Columbia School District, and my 29th coaching. Very fortunate. Grew up over in the South County area, across the river in Oakville. My dad was a longtime high school football coach. Coached in Chester, was in Dupo, was in Waterloo.
And Coach G, thanks for joining us here tonight.
Thank you, Alex. Thanks for having me.
It's gonna be a new year, new everything. It's been the last 25 years Coach Horner's been at the helm. So for the people that don't know Scott Germain, why don't you introduce yourself as a guy, and then we'll talk to Coach Germain after that.
Well, yes. Thanks again. Like 2 days before he was starting practice, and he said, "Scotty, I'm never going to see you play in high school because I'm going to be coaching over here in Columbia. What do you think about buying a condo, and we come over here and you and your mom can live in it?" So bought a condo over in West Park. He kept his house over in South County, and the rest is history. I played here from 87 to 91. I had a great experience here. Played with the likes of Ralph Stone, T.J. Matthews, a bunch of guys that were seniors when I was a freshman. Whitey Bierman, those guys took me under the wing. Eric Baldridge was a couple years older than me. Was as a sophomore, he was my best friend. The Wayne Poulters, the Aaron Baldridges, the Tom Wolfs, Jason Daniels, all those guys that you have a high school relationship with. We had a great experience. We had a great coaching staff. They allowed us to just go out and play, and had a great experience. And then when I got done playing, was fortunate enough to go to college at Illinois College and played football up there for 4 years. And then job opportunity opened back up here at home in '98. After I coached 2 years of college ball up at Illinois College, it was nice to come home and basically where I started my high school days to come back and coach. So kind of full circle. I've been with Coach Horner the last 25 years. Started with Horner, got the head football job in '01. He asked me if I would be his defensive coordinator. So I've done my leg on those pictures. So if you look really closely, you can see that. But I wouldn't change anything for the world. Having the opportunity to play for my dad, who was a Hall of Fame coach. That's what motivates me throughout the course of the day. Everybody's like, "Are you going to be able to do basketball and do football?" And I'm like, I don't know what I would do with my time. I mean, I've done it for so long. Like I told the kids tonight, I've got all the faith in the world. Coach Stump, like I said, he's been my eyes and ears in the sky for the last about 8 years. He's been basically my assistant coach the last 2 years. So I have faith in him, and he, tonight just watching him coach and the way he deals with kids, and they respond to him so well. He's not a get in your face, yell and scream guy. He's a teachable guy. He teaches the kids, and they respond well to him. I think he's going to do great things with the defense, and I'm excited to watch him work. Coach Stewart, he's in charge of the defense of the underclass program. He works with our D line at the varsity level. You talk about a guy who's done everything in administration, from athletic director to principal to assistant principal to run buildings, and was a high school head football coach for numerous years. Matter of fact, he was one of my college coaches and recruiters when I was up at Illinois College. So, Stu's a guy I've been around for 30-something years, so I've got a good relationship with him and trust and have value in everything that he does. Augie Hingle, a guy who's was a player here, went up and played a little college ball in Wisconsin, coached the high school team that went on to win a state title in Wisconsin. He's been back with us for 3 years. He's working with our O-line, and he's the head offensive coach for the JV team. And then Matt Kendall, a guy who's been on our staff, I think he's going on his 13th year with us here. He runs our special teams, and he'll be the guy that he's our passing game coordinator when we want to throw the ball a little bit. So the transition's been good because we've got the pieces. People aren't really moving around, but I would say the one thing is I am moving from the defensive side of the ball to the offensive side. And I played in a system years ago that we had a lot of success with, and I know it's the year 2026, and a lot of people they frown upon people running the football, but we got to do what's right for our kids, and the guys we have up front and the kids that we can put in the backfield, I think are going to be difference makers, and I think that they're going to allow us to have success with what we do offensively.
So let's talk a little bit about those guys who will be coming back. Your offensive line definitely going to have a lot of responsibility. You got the X factor. You got 2 good running backs and wide receivers, wing back kind of deal. Talk about your returners and talk about the new guys. Let's start offensively first, and then we'll jump to defense.
Yeah, offensively, you're Malachi Bassett, who's going to play our left tackle position. He played a lot as a freshman for us. Last year was in and out a little bit. Played both offensively and defensive last year, but we went into some running packages his freshman year, so he was a guy that's got a lot of varsity experience at left tackle. Our left guard is Johnny Dobb, who's basically a 3-year starter on the offensive line. He was just voted on. We had a little poll with our players. He was voted one of our team captains. He's a no-nonsense guy. He shows up every day in the weight room, shows up at practice. He's just eager to learn and eager to play. Really excited to watch him play this year. Our center this year, Ellis Totten, got hurt last year. Matter of fact, in the JV game at Mater Dei, I had to have shoulder surgery last year, and we're really excited to have him back. And he looks really good. He's not a big kid that's going to overpower you, but his athleticism and his quickness is going to allow him to do good things for us at the center position. At the right guard spot, we've got Jake Vollmer, another kid who kind of was like a sniffer back, tight end back last year in our offensive system. But he's a guard, good puller, aggressive, mean, nasty, you name it. He plays whistle to whistle. He's a guy that likes to hit. So we're excited to watch him play this year. He had some injuries last year, but kind of battled through them. Dane Quivereau, our right tackle, another kid that's been in the varsity program, seems like forever, but he's basically a 3-year starter on both sides of the ball. But Dane's body looks great. He's an athlete. He's agile. He's mobile. He's hostile. He does all those things. But he's really a kid that we're excited to watch play, and a very coachable kid. All those guys up front are extremely coachable, and don't have to get on them too much, but they've been in the trenches before. And then we're going to move the Muskoff kid, excuse me, played a little bit, sniffer back, tight end for us last year. He's going back to that position. Another kid that started as a freshman